Hello, how's it going? My name is Ron Peterson. I'm here to talk about the food insecurity in the Caribbean and how there's going to be a solution to this. So, there is a food insecurity problem going on in the Caribbean region currently. The problem of food and nutrition insecurity in the region has been widely studied in Latin America and the Caribbean. However, despite the progress achieved in the last 4 decades, much remains in the effort to eliminate food and nutrition insecurity in this region. In light of the challenges triggered by rising food prices and the global financial crisis and the new challenges they present, the WPF Regional Office has asked ECLAC to begin a new line of work to strengthen and analyze all these issues involved. So the ELAC is here to develop technical documents and venues for collaboration and joint analysis. In this context, the present document seeks to set forth some basis for discussion. It includes a brief summary of the region's socioeconomic, environmental, and food situation, the challenges posed by the current international and regional scenario, the impact of this scenario on the region's most vulnerable groups, and some proposed approaches for intervention. It aims to analyze the information available on hunger and undernutrition in the context of the current crisis. It examines the socioeconomic risks and consequences of the rise in food prices as well. The international economic crisis and climate change is how these affecting food security and nutrition levels among the vulnerable populations of Latin America. In February of 2015, the agriculture, particularly family farming, is crucial for the Caribbean countries to achieve food security as they face climate change and other challenges. This can also spur their economic development in creating jobs, especially for the youth, according to the FAO Director General Jose Graziano de Silva. In a statement to a Caribbean community, heads of the government summit in the Bahamas stressed how over the last 2 decades efforts to combat hunger and malnutrition in the Caribbean have made substantial progress. The FAO Director General noted that more than 70 developing countries have already met the Millennium Development Goal hunger target of having the proportion of hungry people by 2015. This includes 4 CRICOM countries out of the 130 for which FAO regularly monitors hunger figures: Barbados, Guyana, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and now Suriname as well, which has just achieved this goal this year. Let's be inspired by these success stories because a lot remains to be done, Graziano de Silva told the assembled leaders. He noted that hunger is only one of the faces of malnutrition. Obesity is the other extreme, affecting over 500 million adults. This is an issue of concern in the Caribbean. FAO is assisting the CRICOM countries design and implement strategies, policies, and the plans of attack that tackle the multiple dimensions of malnutrition, the FAO Director General said. Action plans are already approved in Belize, Jamaica, St. Kitts, and Nevis, and St. Lucia are ready for approval in the most of the remaining countries. Shared challenges and building resilience, Graziano de Silva stressed how the island nations of the Caribbean are particularly vulnerable to extreme natural events such as hurricanes being made more frequent, violent, and unpredictable by climate change, which threaten agriculture, food security, and sustainable development. In few places, it impacts the climate change so evident as in a small island developing states. For SIDS, climate change is not just an urgent issue, it is a question of survival, the FAO Director General said. The FAO is working with governments and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency to build resilience, strengthen capacities, and mobilize resources to deal with the impact of natural disasters. The FAO Director General also referred to the fact that the food prices increase that began in 2008 has had a major impact on the food import bills of the CRICOM countries. Despite recent falls, international food prices still remain higher than pre-2008 levels, and they will still remain high as long as we can predict, Graziano de Silva said. Strengthening agriculture and increasing support to small-scale and family farming will help ensure greater efficiency and local food production, protecting your economies from external price shock, the FAO Director General said. He described agriculture and family farming as drivers of inclusive economic growth and sustainable development, and noted how they can create new employment opportunities, especially important to the youth, to be linked to the tourism industry, an important source of revenue for the Caribbean countries. The FAO director also mentioned several initiatives involving the CRICOM countries taking place in the context of South-South cooperation, the mutual sharing and exchange of development solutions, including knowledge, good practices, policies, technology, and resources between countries in the global South. Cuba, for example, is assisting Caribbean countries fight for the black sigatoka plague that affects banana production, while Brazil has developed a strong cooperation program focusing on food security and nutrition, supporting the linking family farming to the provision of school meals. The FAO is here to work with you to be a partner in the road to achieving sustainable development, the FAO Director General said. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll learn a little bit about the food insecurity going on in the Caribbean. Thank you.